State, and Nicole Lewis for the Redbirds. The ball is in the air, and the opening tip is controlled by me. Comes out of bounds, and it will be Illinois or Indiana State basketball. It's coming right at me.
I thought you were going to grab it and shoot, but, half-court shots, I don't know.
A little beyond my range for accuracy. We're going to have a travel call. Wow. Very strange play to start off play. Shannon Thomas traveled as she saw Hannah Spanich coming, sticking with her defender, and kind of hesitated, and Spanich actually hit her and probably would have had a foul had the travel not occurred first. So kind of a strange play, and the Redbirds get the ball back. Nicole Lewis out top, gives to Hannah Spanich on the right wing. She fakes, now goes to her right, drives, pulls up, shot is good. Hannah Spanich with the first bucket of the ball game. Illinois State out to a quick 2-0 lead.
Good start for Hannah. She's really been in a little bit of a scoring funk lately. Only 4 points a game in Valley play and 6 overall.
Brittany Schoen hands the ball off to Kelsey Cooley. She'll drive into the lane, runs against Lewis. Shot is nowhere near the bucket, and Nicole Lewis loses the rebound out of bounds. Several players in on that hot potato. It went out of bounds. No one could grab it, and the Indiana State will retain possession as Taylor Whitley, the freshman, set to send the ball in. Gets it into Cooley. Cooley's guarded by Ashleen Bracey. Cooley now runs into Lewis, and a foul is going to be called on Nicole Lewis, who looks to me as though she had position in the lane.
I'm not sure, but I thought I saw a hand reach in there. I think her position was good. She just reached. And, Nicole's intimidating. She's the help defense in there, and when she comes to pick up the ball, it's like, wow, how are you getting around her?
And Kelsey Cooley will go to the free throw line. That's a good nickname. Maybe she's in need of one. Hits the first one. Incidentally, I didn't think that was a shooting foul either. And she's going to go to the line. Hits the first one, and now the second one is good. So we're tied at 2, just underway. Not even a minute gone by in this one. Redbirds loping the ball up the floor. It's Hannah Spanich to the left wing to Amanda Clifton now. Clifton dumps off to Lewis. 15-footer, too strong. The rebound grabbed by Indiana State. Shannon Thomas up there for the board for the Sycamores. And Kelsey Luna will take the ball up the floor. Spanich picks her up. Luna gives off to Whitley. Whitley throws it up. It's not good, and the rebound gathered in by Nicole Lewis. Spanich to the right wing. Spanich out top to Lewis. Lewis, the tallest player on the floor, gives to Maggie Crick. She fakes Whitley. Now the skip pass goes out to Spanich for 3. It's good.
Whoa, drained it.
And Spanich, all 5 Illinois State points. Great ball movement by Illinois State.
I was just going to say that, RC. They're moving the ball strong side, weak side, and finding their open player.
Whitley goes to Cooley. Now Thomas gives it back to Whitley. To Cooley with 14 seconds. Trying to get it down low, and the ball kicked out of bounds by Ashleen Bracey.
I don't think they saw the kick by Bracey, and so there's no reset on the clock. 12 seconds left.
Though Indiana State does get the ball, comes in to Brittany Schoen. Schoen dumps it off to Thomas. Down to 8 seconds to shoot now. Cooley fires it up. There's a whistle and a foul on Indiana State.
That was on Brittany Schoen. It must have been an illegal screen. I didn't see it.
And with 18 minutes to go, Illinois State has a 5-2 lead here in the first half. Clifton goes to Spanich. Spanich on the left wing. Now Bracey works it to Maggie Crick. Crick back to Spanich. Hannah gives it to Ashleen for 3. Got it! Ashleen Bracey hits the three-pointer. The Birds have opened up an 8-2 lead with not even 2.5 gone by. Whitley will fire it up. Shot is short. Rebound Thomas for Indiana State. She spins it out top to Whitley. Now right side wide open. Shot is good for Kelsey Cooley. That brings the Illinois State lead down to 4.
Nice ball movement that time by Indiana State getting to the weak side.
Maggie Crick on the left wing. She'll try to drive baseline against Shane. Nothing doing. Goes to Clifton. Feeds down low. And the pass is knocked away. It's a turnover picked up by Indiana State. Taylor Whitley drives in. Shot is not good. Second effort is not good. And a rebound for Nicole Lewis. Great defense by Illinois State on the fast break. Bracey in the lane. Turns. Pump fake. Shot. Not good. Rebound by Taylor Whitley. Will go back the other way. Here come the Sycamores trailing by 4. Shane to the wing. To Whitley. Out top, the head fake for Cooley. Guarded by Bracey. She'll get rid of it to Luna. Luna out to Whitley. Now right side, shot for three is good for Kelsey Cooley. Just her third three-pointer on the season. And Indiana State on a 5-0 run and back to within one on the Redbirds.
Cooley only a 25% shooter at the arc, and Bracey was giving it to her. She may have to come out and contest that.
Here's Clifton on the right wing. Down low, and we're going to have not a foul on Indiana State as Hannah Spanich caught that one on the run and was sent to the floor. They're just going to roll the ball out of bounds to Indiana State. And you hear some groans from the Redbird crowd.
Could be a wide open ball game, RC.
I really wouldn't be surprised, would it?
Switching these screens on top.
Sycamores looking for a lead. Shot for three is good. Brittany Shane hits that one. She's a little more familiar. That's her 45th on the year. And all of a sudden, Indiana State has gone from down 8-2 to up 10-8. Ashleen Bracey shakes her defender, looking down low, gets it to Lewis, draws the double team, fights her way up. Shot is blocked by Shannon Thomas. Good clean block by Thomas. Here comes Whitley up the floor, working against Clifton. Fires it up, shot not good. Rebound by Ashleen Bracey for Illinois State. And the Redbirds up the floor in a hurry, now trailing by two. Give to Spanich in the corner. Three for the lead is good.
Boy, Hannah's hot today, and they're getting her the ball.
8 points for Hannah Spanich, and the Birds lead 11-10 and put a stop, perhaps more importantly, to that Indiana State run.
The Birds have really got to stay focused on contesting the three-point shot. Indiana State has always been a good three-point shooting team.
Out top, Thomas beyond the free throw line. Brick, rebound Maggie Crick. A Brick rebounded by Crick.
It was.
Loud down low, it's Lewis against the double team shot, not good. She's fouled. Who's going to get it? Thomas or Whitley, the help?
You know, she's getting triple team, much less double. They are just collapsing as soon as the ball goes to Nicole Lewis.
Not sure who the foul was on. I'm pretty sure it was on Thomas. We'll get the official word in a moment. Officials timeout on the floor. 14:55 to go in the first half. Birds by one, 11-10. Back in a moment on the WJBC Country Financial Redbird Radio Network.
Redbird interviews, highlights, and podcasts. Go to WJBC.com.
The two teams in this one a combined 5 for 5 beyond the arc. Reminds you of a lot of these Indiana State, Illinois State games over the years. Let's go courtside. Here's Tom LaMonica.
Well, two things Robin was paying attention to in that huddle. The first one was getting the ball to Nicole Lewis. So that if we wait until the double team's there on the low block, we're not going to be able to get anything done. She wants Nicole to set up out high, take the pass there, and then be moving toward the basket to get away from that double team. And the other thing on the defensive end, she said, guys, we've already given up 3 offensive rebounds, and they're knocking down threes against us off of those. We've got to clean the offensive boards up.
Nicole Lewis will go to the free throw line as we come back from the timeout. Thanks, Tom. Free throw is good. Illinois State's lead stands at 2. It was an 8-2 Illinois State lead. Indiana State came roaring back to take a 10-8 lead. And now Illinois State on a run, a 5-0 run, as the second free throw was good, and the Birds lead by 3. A couple of substitutions in for Illinois State. Alexis Jenkins takes over the point guard slot. Katie Broadway, who scored a career-high 20 against the Sycamore on benefit of 6 3-pointers in Terre Haute, is into the game. Also into the game as we've got a travel, and that was called on Chelsea Boer, the 6-foot sophomore from Lawrenceville, Illinois.
And a transfer from the University of Illinois. She is playing with a herniated disc and has had some issues during the season.
That can't be an easy thing to play through.
Oh, can you imagine? That would really hurt.
Birds with a 3-point lead and the basketball. Maggie Crick gives to Bracey. Wide open 3. Got it!
Nice job by Maggie Crick to set that up. She faked using the ball screen, and Bracey flared.
Bracey, her second 3-pointer. The two teams now combined 6 for 6 beyond the arc, and Illinois State's lead is at 6. Luna tops and scores, and that stops the Illinois State run. Birds lead is down to 4. Here's Bracey, double team, fires it up, and we've got a travel call on Ashleen Bracey. Travel call brought to you by Susie Davis Travel American Express. Visit them online at SUZIDavis.com. Good defensive play that time by Indiana State to get in front of Ashleen and force the travel.
Well, fortunately, she stopped quick enough to avoid the charge, and that took some body control. She was on a drive to the bucket.
And she almost was able to get a shot off.
She was.
Just a little step. Indiana State with the basketball. 16-12 is the Illinois State lead. Here's the shot. It's not good. And another offensive board by Indiana State. Mariah Hodge gets into the game, gets this offensive board. The fourth already for the Sycamores. Luna in the lane, kicks it out to Hodge. Hodge into the paint, fires it up. Not good. Ashleen Bracey skies for the rebound for Illinois State. Hands it to Jenkins, and Jenkins up the floor. Jenkins, baseball pass goes to Maggie. Her three, off the mark. The putback is not good, and the rebound is grabbed by Indiana State. Broadway had a wide-open pass to the bucket. I'm not sure what happened with Maggie's shot. That was just a strange-looking play all the way around.
That was a big-time air ball by Maggie. Very atypical for her.
Top of the key, Cooley for three. No. And the rebound by Broadway. She is knocked to the floor. The ball is knocked out of bounds by Indiana State, and the Redbirds get the ball back. Great box out, by the way, by Katie Broadway.
Yeah, good job by Katie. It looked like she got her weight on her heels, though, and she went down.
And Hannah Spanich, who leads all scorers at this point with 8, is back into the game. And Nicole Lewis is going to give Ashleen Bracey a breather. Emily Hanley came into the game last time. We had not mentioned that substitution. Hanley, of course, the junior from Normal Community.
We've talked about this before, but Robin Pinson's got great rotations with her team right now. They can substitute without losing anything.
Give to Jenkins on the right wing. And Jenkins to Hannah, top of the key. Looking down low, nothing there. Hannah puts it on the floor, hands it to Lewis. Broadway now with 9 seconds on the shot clock. Gives to Hanley, ducks under a defender, fires it just inside the arc, a little strong. Fight for the rebound, pulled out of there by Hannah Spanich, and the Redbirds can reset. Dogged defense right now by Indiana State, but the Redbirds certainly holding their own. Entry pass to Hanley, and the shot is just a hair off the mark. Great pass from Nicole Lewis, but the shot was not good, and the rebound grabbed by Indiana State. Here come the Sycamores. Deja Maddox, the NBA three is good. Wow.
Maddox coming off a 20-point performance against Northern Iowa.
1 point Redbird lead. This game has been all run so far. Here's Alexis Jenkins. Passes it to Hanley. She puts it up and in. Great assist by Alexis Jenkins. Birds by 3. Taylor Whitley for Indiana State against Jenkins. Drive, shot, no. Foul on Jenkins. That'll send Indiana State to the line for 2 after an official's timeout. 11:37 to go in the first half, and Illinois State with a 3-point lead, 18-15. Back in a moment on the WJBC Country Financial Redbird Radio Network.
Many people save all of their lives for retirement, only to see it all disappear in a matter of months because they're not protected from the cost of long-term care. Don't let this financial burden befall you. Be prepared with long-term care insurance from Country Financial. It covers you whether you're in a nursing facility or receiving at-home care, and your premiums may be tax deductible. If you're 18 to 84 years of age, find out more about long-term care insurance coverage from Steve Peterson.
You're in a row. Ashleen Bracey didn't hear that. Neither did the 5 players who were on the floor. Lean was in the huddle before the coaches were exhorting her teammates to fight harder and finish plays. He said, we have to make every layup today. We have to make every layup, and we have to secure every rebound. So I think that probably was the best advice they got that timeout, no matter what Robin said.
Yeah, Indiana State out-rebounding Illinois State at this point. 9-8, a 4-2 lead on the offensive boards. Free throw is not good for Taylor Whitley, who has struggled at the line. Well, struggled's probably a little rough. She's a 667 free throw shooter, so about average, we'll say. Second one is good. Illinois State's lead stands at 2. And Amanda Clifton is back into the ballgame. Gives to Maggie Crick. She's guarded by Maddox. Lewis to Spanich. Spanich, Clifton to Crick. 11:24 to go in the first half. Birds trying to get the ball down low. Out top, it's Maggie Crick with 12 on the shot clock. Maggie Crick with 9. They double team her. She needs some help. She scoots it over to Spanich with 4. Spanich dumps it to Lewis. Her shot is in and out. And the rebound is picked up by Cooley as Hannah Spanich was again sent to the floor with no foul. Here comes Maddox on the left side. Dumps it, and it's taken away by Nicole Lewis. Good D by the Redbirds. Here comes ISU. Clifton motoring up the floor. Stops at the top of the key. Down low. Hanley, left-handed shot is good. Beautiful pass. Beautiful layup. Birds by 4.
Great transition that time by the Birds. Well done.
10:40 for the first half, and Illinois State leads by 4. Whitley against Clifton. Shot is not good, and another offensive board, this time by Boer. Now Cooley trying to drive against Hanley. Spin, shot, no. Rebound Lewis for Illinois State.
That was a good job that time by Emily Hanley to send Cooley back to her left hand on the spin.
Spanish left wing to Lewis. Lewis rolls it away, and Maggie Crick moved toward the basket and then thought she was covered and stopped. Lewis had already let go of the pass, however, as the backdoor cut did not develop, so it's an unforced turnover by Illinois State. And Hanley comes out. Ashleen Bracey re-enters. 10 minutes even for the first half. Here's Luna. Luna hands it to Shane. Top of the key. It's Cooley. Shane fires off a quick three. It's not good. Rebound, fought for, and grabbed by Hannah Spanich for the Redbirds. Outlets to Bracey. Bracey through the lane. Stops on a dime. Gets it back out to Hannah. Hannah puts it on the floor. Spanich to Bracey. Bracey got it by Cooley. Flips it out to Clifton. Now Crick with the basketball for Illinois State. She'll drive, and it's taken away. A steal by Luna. Luna 1-on-3 here. Luna's going to wait for the rest of the offense. They try to pinch her in the corner. Now the offense sets up in the half court. The Birds lead by 4 with 9:23 to go in the first half. Luna works around Spanish. Shot is tough by Nicole Lewis.
Nice defense again by the Birds. Their rotation and help defense today is exceptional.
Ball out of bounds to Indiana State with 15 seconds on the shot clock. And Whitley sends it in baseline right. It's Luna. Her quick three is good. And we're back to a 1-point game.
Quick release by Luna. It's just a catch and shoot. Her footwork's done.
9:10 to go in the first half. 20-19, Illinois State with a lead, but just barely. Hannah Spanich into the lane. Spanich puts it up and hangs and goes. Hannah Spanich in double digits. 10 points for the Redbirds. Back the other way. Lob down low. Taken away by Spanich. She's all over the place this afternoon. Birds by 3. Motor it up the floor. Give to Bracey on the left side. Fakes for 3. Now drives in. Triple team. Kick out to Clifton, who passes up the 3. Bracey will put up the 3, but she is called for the travel by Erica Harriman. Travel call brought to you by Susie Davis Travel, American Express. Visit them online at suzidavis.com.
Passing up that shot's going to put Amanda Clifton on the bench. Here comes Alexis Jenkins again. Amanda should have shot that. She just wasn't ready.
Spanish gets a breather. Broadway back in. You know, Clifton has done such a great job in conference play, but she still seems to struggle with that when to shoot, and almost as two unselfish of players. We're going to have a foul on Illinois State here.
Honestly, I'm not sure she's got confidence in her shot yet, and, you know, she'll never get it if she doesn't shoot. That's the only way it's going to come for her.
Indiana State sends the ball in, comes out top to Mariah Haas. She'll line it up for 3. It's wide right, and the rebound grabbed by Illinois State's Ashleen Bracey. Jenkins up the floor, gives to Broadway, left side, wide open 3. It's good. Broadway in the book for the first time this afternoon. Birds by 6. Back the other way. Ball taken away as Shane goes to the floor. Crick there to get it. Jenkins goes to Bracey. Stops on the right wing. Flips it over to Broadway. Now in the corner. It's Crick. Drives baseline. Shot is good. And she's fouled.
Great transition, great ball movement by Illinois State. Maggie Crick finally in the scoring column.
And just like that, the Birds are up 8 and could be 9 after the timeout. The Birds showing signs of opening this game up in a hurry. 27-19, 7:59 to go. Back in a moment on the WJBC Country Financial Redbird Radio Network.
It may be a question far from the minds of young athletes, but not their parents, grandparents, coaches, and teachers. What's your idea of financial security? Just ask.
I come to all the games, watch my grandson. Financial security? It's helping my grandkids with college.
Financial security? As his dad, it's making sure he's...
What they wanted to do on the post-to-post screen down low, and Ashleen Bracey and Nicole Lewis both said switch, and so they're going to start switching that. She also said, asked them what they wanted to do on the down screen, so we might see some post players chasing people off a down screen, shooting three-pointers too.
I think switching is so hard to play again unless you can pass around the defense.
Crick hits the free throw, completes the three-point play, and the Birds' lead is their largest. 9 points. Pressure in the backcourt. Now it falls off. Indiana State's Taylor Whitney with the basketball. Gives to Thomas. Now Whitley, top of the key, guarded by fellow freshman Jenkins. Shot for three is good. Check that. That's a two-pointer for Mariah Hodge. She had her toes on the line, and that cuts the lead to 7. Alexis Jenkins drives in, kicks out. Bracey works to Crick, left side. She's open for three. She nails it. Oh, the Birds shooting up a storm or what? Birds by 10. Timeout, Indiana State.
They're finding each other so well right now. Bracey and Crick know exactly what the defense is doing and who's open.
There is no replacement for players who've played together a long time.
And experience and having some basketball IQ, understanding the game. And right now, those two are at the peak of their game, RC.
And Jim Weedy is giving it to his players right now.
Not happy.
Let's hear from Tom LaMonica courtside.
Well, last Monday, we asked Alexis Jenkins if she would like basketball a lot better if they had assists like hockey, where the first person who makes a good pass, then the second person. That would have been a hockey assist for Alexis Jenkins. The Redbirds, with as happy a group in their huddle as unhappy were down the way with Jim Weedy, and we know Jim can get after them pretty good, so let's see how they respond.
Tom, you sure you don't want to check in on the Weedy huddle?
The Marine huddle.
Probably not a good idea.
I could do it from here.
Okay, yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, really.
We could do it ourselves. Indiana State back with the basketball. Whitney's shot against Lewis is good. Nicely done, and the lead is back to 8. Illinois State moving up the floor. Alexis Jenkins for the Redbirds. Dribbles with the left hand. Goes to Ashleen on the left wing. Trying to get it down to Lewis. Does. Now back out. Jenkins fakes the three and travels.
Oh, too bad. I thought she just did a fake and didn't really move her pivot foot, but I think he thought she shuffled.
And Jenkins is going to get a breather, as is Lewis. Clifton is back in. So is Emily Hanley. 6:53 to go in the first half, and Illinois State by 8. Boy, Whitney almost got run right off of the floor by Amanda Clifton. She came dangerously close to stepping out of bounds on the sideline. Pass down low, now kick back out. Here's Whitley. Scoop shot is good. 4 straight points for Taylor Whitley.
Indiana State trying to extend their defense a little bit, but really not doing much with it.
Illinois State's laid down to 6 from a high of 10. Katie Broadway to Clifton. Out top it goes to Maggie. Maggie to Amanda. Now it's Bracey. 4-3. Got it! Third three-pointer of the game for Ashleen Bracey, and the Birds are back up by 9.
Bracey is so impressive right now. I mean, she is just, it's all net.
34-25, Illinois State lead. Now, awkward pass to Luna. She shoots for 3. It's no good, and Maggie Crick with the rebound. Here come the Redbirds again. Goes to Bracey. Bracey, reverse scoop shot is good! There's your highlight of the year right there, an over-the-shoulder scoop shot. Bracey with 11, and the Birds lead by 11. Whitley for 3. No, and Bracey gets the board. We're going to have a foul on Thomas for Indiana State.
That was a heck of a shot by anybody, male, female. That was a great shot by Ashleen Bracey.
Over-the-shoulder scoop shot, Jill.
It was a reverse backward. I've not seen one of those. That was nice.
Not even sure how else to describe it.
Yeah, that was great. And the fans here definitely appreciated it.
And that was Bracey's first bucket inside the arc, and just her second attempt inside the arc. She has 11 and gets a breather. Redbirds up by 11, and Illinois State throws the ball away.
Miscommunication that time, an unforced turnover by the Birds. That's their 7th turnover already.
Loris Rivet comes into the ball game now, senior from Quebec. 5:16 to go in the first half. It's Maddox and Saluna. Now Cooley. Rivet way out there. Indiana State just running some back and forth motion here. Luna trying to create, gives to Rivet. Her shot is good. That gets it back down to single digits, 36-27, under 5 to go in the first half. Give to Spanish. Spanish into the lane, dumps to Hanley. Out top, Clifton goes to Crick. Crick will shoot for 3. It is good! Wow. Are the Birds putting on a show or what? 39-27 ISU.
They are hot today.
7 3-pointers in 8 tries for Illinois State. Maddox goes to Cooley. Maddox working to get Shayla Jackson into the game for the first time. Shot is not good. Rebound is knocked out of bounds by Indiana State.
That was a good block out that time by Hannah Spanish on the weak side board.
Ball comes into Amanda Clifton, and she gets by Luna in a hurry. Clifton up the floor. Luna in hot pursuit. Pass is kicked out of bounds by Indiana State. It will be Redbird basketball. And I want to correct myself. I was shot behind Illinois State, 8 for 9 beyond the arc.
Honestly, that's the best they've shot at the 3 all season, RC.
That's about as good as anybody's shot anywhere.
You're right.
And a Spanish drive.
Oh,
shot
nice
is
block.
blocked. It goes out of bounds, and the Redbirds will keep possession. Everybody went to the floor. There was nobody to get the basketball. Nicole Lewis is going to sub in. This has been one fast first half.
Very up-tempo. Illinois State running in transition almost every possession and scoring within 1 or 2 passes.
Clifton out to Shayla Jackson. What a play that was by Shayla Jackson. I'll try to describe it here in a second. Spanish gives to Crick. Long 3 is a little short, and the rebound by Indiana State. Whitley tried to deflect the pass into the backcourt, and somehow Shayla got her strong hands up and actually caught the ball from a foot away.
Whitley had touched it, yeah. That was pretty good strength.
39-27. Shot for 3 for Indiana State is good. Whitley hits that one. And the lead is down to 9 with 3:37 to go.
Whitley's 4th three-pointer of the season, and that's why Amanda Clifton gave her some room there.
Down low, it's Lewis. Lewis kicks it out. Clifton, 15-footer, got it. Amanda Clifton's first bucket in her first try. Illinois State by 11, 41-30, 3:16 to go.
Amanda's got to keep taking that shot. The defense is really sagging off of her, trying to take away the inside.
Whitley to Maddox, top of the key. Got it by Spanish. Now the Birds switch. Spanish now Crick on Whitley. Her shot is no good. Lewis gets up for the board, and here comes Illinois State. Spanish through the lane. Shot is up and good. Perfect pass from Amanda Clifton. Spanish with 12 points, and the Birds have their largest lead, 13 with 2:43 to go in the first half.
Illinois State executing in transition exceptionally well today.
2.5 to go for the half. Luna goes to Cooley. Guarded by Spanish, down to 10 to shoot. Rivet in the lane against Lewis. Shot is partially blocked, I think, by Nicole. Nicole gets the rebound, and the Redbirds looking for more. Shayla Jackson on the right wing. She'll shoot for 3. It is in and out, in the rebound grabbed by Maddox, and a foul on Maggie Crick. That is for the Birds their 4th foul, each team with 4.
Only the first for Maggie.
And a timeout on the floor with 2:14 to go in the first half. Birds pulling away, 43-30. Back in a moment on the WJBC Country Financial Redbird Radio Network.
Bud Light presents Real Men of Genius.
Real Men of Genius.
Today we salute you, Mr. Stadium Scoreboard Marriage Proposal Guy.
Mr. Stadium Scoreboard Marriage Proposal Guy.
You've combined the 3 things you love most in this world. Your girlfriend, your team, and lots of attention.
Everyone look at me.
Your first proposal, her hand in marriage. Your second proposal, 2 more.
Things will go down. Just three-pointers that have missed, including
2:09 to go in the half. Indiana State with the basketball. Birds lead by 13. Shot for Whitley is good, just inside the arc. So she's trying to keep her team in the game. She has 10 now, and the Birds lead stands at 11, 43-32 with 1:48 to go. Amanda Clifton out to Ashleen Bracey. Spins it to Spanish. They're looking for Lewis. She's not open. Here's the pass to Lewis. Shot is up, not good, but Nicole Lewis is going to go to the free throw line for 2.
That's a tough matchup for Mariah Hodge against Nicole Lewis. In spite of the fact there's only a couple inches difference there.
Tom brought up a good point, though, with Robin there in the huddle, as the first free throw is good for Nicole Lewis. Because we have seen a little bit of hesitation from a couple of the Redbird shooters.
Well, I think it was probably directed at just a couple of players. Most of the others are shooting it whenever they are open.
Second free throw is good for Nicole. Birds 45, Indiana State 32, 1:36 for the half. Whitley in the backcourt, guarded by Amanda Clifton. Whitley gets past her, hands to Maddox. Maddox into the paint, going to have to give it off to Luna. Luna picked up now by Clifton. Give goes to Shane. Check that, that's Hodge. Hodge with 7, Hodge with 6. Goes to Whitley. Whitley guarded by Crick to Maddox with 4. She'll throw up a prayer, and it's not good. Rebound, Ashleen Bracey picks it up on the fly. Birds with numbers here. Give goes to Clifton. Clifton through the middle of the floor. Goes to Maggie Crick. Now Crick inside. And a travel is called. Defense that time by Kelsey Luna. Nicely done against Maggie Crick.
Yeah, Maggie changed her pivot. So I think she thought she had a shot. They took it away.
Under a minute to go.
Chelsea Cooley must have an owie. They're going to put a piece of tape on it and make it go away.
Now that is Hall of Fame analysis.
It's big time.
And Robin Pinchon, I think, looking for an explanation, saying she should come out of the game, and in fact she does. And Amanda Pedro into the game.
Pedro's first entrance. She started a couple games last year when they had all their injuries.
Whitley goes to the left wing. 40 seconds for the half. Now Maddox fires it up, but it's good. So the lead for Illinois State cut back to 11 with 40 seconds to go for the half. 45-34. Illinois State with the lead. Maggie Crick marches up the floor to Ashleen Bracey. Bracey out top, lobs down low to Lewis, catches with her back to the bucket, gives to Spanish. She'll drive baseline, and she runs out of bounds.
Yeah, too bad because she had Maggie Crick wide open. Maggie's defense sagged and helped pick up Spanish. She had a group down there trying to stop her.
Now, if you're Indiana State, a score here is huge because you would love to get this.
Single digit. Yeah, Birds need to really lock in on their defense.
Birds by 11 with 12 seconds for the half. Out top, it's Maddox with 8. She'll drive, shoots, misses. Rebound knocked out of bounds to Illinois State with 4.7 seconds for the half. So we'll see what kind of play the Redbirds can run here.
They have plenty of time if they can get it down the floor.
Amanda Clifton is going to sub into the game. Spanish is going to come out. Crick and Broadway will be in the front court.
Shooters in position there. They're going to look for a screen and go deep.
Bracey gets it into Lewis, who gets it into Bracey with 3. Bracey at half court with 2. Gives to Clifton. She'll scoop and misses the layup at the buzzer. And 8 at SIU Edwardsville.
Well, they need some consistency, to be honest. You know, they do some, one game's good, the other game's not.
So we're set for the second half on WJBC and WJBC HD, Bloomington Normal. R.C. McBride, Jill Hutchison, Tom LaMonica, Zach Parcell. Now everybody's back out on the floor. Redbirds will start out with the basketball and an 11-point lead. Birds have led by as many as 13 on a couple of occasions, and they'll start off against an extended zone here. Ashleen Bracey on the left wing. Bracey goes to Hannah Spanish. Now down low, it's Lewis, loses control of the basketball. The pass was not a real strong one, and Brittany Shane up with it, and a turnover for Illinois State. They're 11th. Probably not real surprised to see a zone from Indiana State, are you?
Not at all, and that used to be their strength. They were trapping on the wings out of that zone.
Luna puts up a three, and all of a sudden this game's back in single digits, and Robin Pinson calls a quick timeout as Indiana State draws to within 8, 45-37, so a quick timeout by Robin Pinchton, and we'll take a timeout ourselves back in a moment on the WJBC Country Financial Redbird Radio Network.
You may not hear it discussed around the water cooler, but it's a topic on the minds of a lot of people. What's your idea of financial security? Just ask.
Financial security? Well, not thinking too far ahead, I want to make sure my new 16-year-old driver is protected.
I say go for it. Think way ahead. Financial security would...
45-37. Illinois State has 3 points taken off of its halftime lead. 19:25 to go. Robin Pinchton calling a timeout. Let's hear from Tom about what she had to say.
Well, you know how the first timeout of the second half is a 30-second timeout that becomes a full timeout. Robin reversed that. It was a full timeout that became a 30-second timeout because she said what she had to say in 30 seconds. And it had to do with who was supposed to come off the screen and go out and contest the shot against Kelsey Luna. She must have said the word soft about 12 times in that huddle and then told her troops to go on back out there, and they waited during the timeout.
Indiana State staying with this zone defense.
Ashley Bracey will drive in, kicks it out. Clifton now at the free throw line and throws it away. I think she had a shot to take. It's Whitley Taylor, and a foul coming up on Amanda Clifton to keep Taylor from going in. Taylor Whitley, that is, for going in for the layup, so she'll shoot two.
How many times this season have we seen the Birds come out against the zone and really struggle offensively, RC?
How many times this season have I switched that poor young lady's name?
Taylor Whitley Taylor.
First free throw is good. So Indiana State on a 4-0 run to start the half, make it a 5-0 run. And we're back to a ball game. 45-39. Illinois State with the basketball. Maggie Crick to the left wing. She'll try to penetrate. Nothing there. Goes to Ashley Bracey. Bracey to Clifton. Boy, they let her have the three.
They are, and they're just backing right in on Nicole Lewis.
Backdoor pass, and the layup is good. Amanda Clifton with the assist from Maggie Crick. Nicely executed by the Redbirds. Birds up by 8 again. 18:37 to go for the game. And Whitley gives to Shannon Thomas on the left wing. She's looking for Luna. Luna takes it out to the left wing, guarded by Spanish. Cooley, 4-3 is not good, and the rebound grab by Nicole Lewis. Here come the Redbirds. Amanda Clifton weaves through traffic, pushes it to Spanish. Down low, it's Bracey who gets shoved in the back. That'll be a foul on Cooley, her second. Each team with a foul in the second half.
Oh, quick substitution for Shannon Thomas for Indiana State. Jim Wheaty's not a happy camper either.
Ball comes in, Ashley Bracey at the free throw line. She puts it up, and it's good. Nice move, dunking around Brittany Shane. And Illinois State is back out to a 10-point advantage. 18:07 to go. Ashley Bracey, 13 points to lead Illinois State.
Jim Flannery has told me recently that he thinks Ashley Bracey is the best fake ball faker in the league, and she does do a great job of it.
Kelsey Luna with 9 seconds on the shot clock. Barely gets the pass out. Now to Shane with 5. She'll drive against Lewis. Throws up a prayer. It doesn't go, and Bracey gets her 6th rebound for Illinois State. Outlets to Clifton. Up the floor, Spanish. Back to Amanda. Amanda reverses to Maggie Crick on the right wing. Lobs down low. Lewis right of the lane. Double team. She fakes. Drive shot. No. Rebound by Shane for Indiana State. Kelsey Luna will take it up the floor this time for the Sycamores. Luna guarded by Hannah Spanish. Now Whitley passes down low. Shot is blocked by Nicole Lewis. Picked up by Bracey. Birds with numbers. Pass goes to Crick. She'll drive. Shot is good.
Brittany Shane tried to flop and didn't even wait till the contact got there.
And now it's Jim Wheaty who wants a timeout. This will be a 30-second break. 51-39 ISU back on top, and it's a perfect reminder or opportunity for a reminder that ISU, in conjunction with the Women's Basketball Coaches Association, will have its Pink Zone coming up here at Redbird Arena this upcoming Friday. To help in raising awareness about the fight against breast cancer, Redbird Athletics will be selling $1 tickets. Come and don't forget to wear.
Get here early.
That's right, and don't forget to wear pink in support. And don't forget the ISU men take on Drake here at Doug Collins Court at Redbird Arena. Redbird preview 6:30 tonight here on WJBC and WJBC.com. Indiana State trailing by 12 with the basketball. It's Cooley handing it to Luna. Luna will give to Shane, guarded by Maggie Crick. Shane dumps it to Whitley. Whitley back to Shane in the corner. She'll drive baseline, shoots and scores. Went up right over Amanda Clifton, who was in her face, and got the shot to fall.
But she did beat Maggie Crick first off the dribble. Amanda was a help defense on that.
Gracie fakes the three, now gives to Lewis, who puts it up. Tried to bank it in just to get a shot up. She was fouled, and she will go to the line for 2 shots.
Second foul on Kelsey Cooley.
Second team foul in the half. Not a lot of fouls in this game at all. It's been very fast-paced. Nicole Lewis will go to the line. 4 for 4. All 4 of her points at the free throw line. First one is good. Katie Broadway will come into the game, as will Alexis Jenkins. Clifton and Spanich are out. Another free throw on the way. And this one is good for Nicole as well. And Nicole will come out for Emily Hanley.
Again, Robin subbing early and often. The Birds' depth has really been a difference maker in this season.
Taylor Whitley gives it to Brittany Shane, to Kelsey Luna. Indiana State again with that motion offense. This is Mariah Hodge, top of the key, to Cooley, down to 14 to shoot. Luna, right wing, to Hodge on top of the key, down to 9 to go. Hodge, scoop shot over Hanley, doesn't go, and the rebound gathered in by Maggie Crick. The Birds with numbers here. It's 5 on 4. Crick kicks it out. Broadway for 3. Little off the mark, and the rebound picked up by Indiana State. Hodge got the board as Broadway almost banked that one in. Whitley to Cooley. She loses the basketball. It's picked up in the backcourt by Broadway. Goes over to Crick. Crick's layup is good.
Nicely done by Katie Broadway. She read the floor very well.
And Jim Weedy wants another 30-second timeout as the Birds have opened up their largest lead of the afternoon, 55-41.
Birds are just having their way in transition. That was their 14th point in transition.
Illinois State, 55-41. Redbirds trying to go 9-1 in the Valley, win their 9th in a row overall.
Table. Everybody was laughing. Emily was blushing, but no harm, no foul.
Certainly no foul on the scorer's table.
Yeah.
Birds by 14, and Indiana State with the basketball. It's Whitley handling it to Shane. Now Hodge out top. Passes down low. Layup. No. Crashing the boards, but knocking it out of bounds was Hodge for Indiana State. And the Redbirds will get the ball back on the other side of an official's timeout. 15-17 to go in the game. Birds by 14, 55-41. Back in a moment on the WJBC Country Financial Redbird Radio Network.
This is Giuseppe. He spent his life working as a bread maker in Italy. Now he works for Meyer.
Ah, mio boss. He lied to me. They do not make the best, freshest bread in Italy. No. They make the freshest Italian bread here in Meyer. 4 times daily. What is years of kneading the tough dough until my fingers were numb? It is nothing. They are just fingers. Now I stay in the land of the freshest bread around. The land of Meyer. My true home.
Meyer, making fresh bread for our customers 4 times a day. Every day. The Meyer way. Not just a better price, a better store.
You've heard it before, and it's true. There's never been a better time in the last few decades to buy a home. Right here, right now, interest rates are still at historic lows. Plus, there's still a tax credit of up to $8,000 for first-time homebuyers. This credit is for any type of house, existing or new. Prudential Snyder Real Estate agents have access to all available area homes. Call Prudential Snyder Real Estate, 663-7653 for details on tax credits and an appointment to see your dream home. Call 663-7653 for Prudential Snyder today.
McLean County's voice for news, sports, weather, talk, and all things local.
1230 WJBC and WJBC.com.
First half of a Redbird basketball twin bill on WJBC and WJBC.com. The ISU women by 14 with 15-17 to go. Let's go courtside. Tom LaMonica.
Well, since Indiana State has been struggling, their offense has been the biggest problem, and they're just shooting 35% today. The Redbirds are trying to switch things up defensively against them. Now they're going to try and stay with the flare screens and see if that look changes things and maybe confuses Indiana State, might cause a turnover.
Alexis Jenkins walking the ball up the floor for ISU. Goes to Hanley. Now Broadway on the right wing. Shayla Jackson out top for the Birds. Jenkins looking down low to Hanley. Left of the lane. She's in some trouble. Ball is knocked away. Picked up by Whitley. Whitley against Bracey. And the shot is good in the foul. Nicely done by Whitley.
Great finish with some contact that time by Whitley. And Bracey honestly couldn't get out of the way. Robin's looking at her like, what are you thinking?
Now, why would you know what that look is about? Did you ever give anyone one of those?
I could be more descriptive.
Free throw is good, so Whitley completes the three-point play after the steal. So Indiana State not going to go away. Shayla Jackson comes out. Maggie Crick returns. Birds with three players in double figures already. Alexis Jenkins takes it, and ball is knocked out of bounds. Tried to draw the defense to her and open up Emily Hanley, but somebody got a hand on the basketball in the pass.
Well, and the problem is, she jumped to make that pass. Once you're in the air, you can't take it back, and a good ball fake would have given her a better option there.
Jenkins in the right corner to Crick. 14:43 for the game. Jenkins double teamed. Gets it back. She'll put it up for three. It is good. Alexis Jenkins for three. She gets in the books. Ninth three-pointer of the ball game for ISU, and the Birds lead 58-44.
Everybody's hitting the three today for Illinois State.
9 of 13 are the Redbirds. That total of 9, the second best on the season for Illinois State. And as I mentioned earlier, their season best also against Indiana State and Terre Haute. Now the three is not good for Deja Maddox for the Sycamores, and here come the Redbirds. Alexis Jenkins. Jenkins looks to dump, gives to Broadway. She's in the right corner. Back to Jenkins on the right wing, under 14 for the game now. Jenkins to Hanley and gets it back. Maggie Crick. Long three out top. It's not good in the rebound. Taken away by Katie Broadway, and she's knocked to the floor. Good effort by Katie Broadway.
Good job. Katie came from the weak side wing, and again, nobody found her. She came in uncontested on that board. Kelsey Luna is just dogging Maggie Crick, though, trying to keep her from handling the ball. Kelsey going out right now.
Third team foul for the Sycamores in the half. Birds have just 2. And Jenkins will send it in. It goes into Hanley, puts it on the floor, working against Thomas, kicks it out. Bracey lines up the three. It's good! Ashleen Bracey hits number 4, and the Birds lead 61-44.
Why do I think they're going to get a 2-day vacation here?
Bracey 4 for 4 beyond the arc. Shot is not good. Rebound trickles out to Ashleen. Here come the Birds on the run. 3-on-1. Pass behind Bracey's back goes to Jenkins. She couldn't quite corral it, so the Birds will set up in a half court. And a foul on Kelsey Cooley against Ashleen Bracey.
That's
maybe a little
Cooley's
frustration.
Third. Yeah, she's definitely pushing in the post. You know, that was really a nice play by Bracey. She just didn't execute it quite as well as she might have wanted.
Boy, Bracey, 6 for 7 from the floor, 4-4 beyond the arc, 16 points, 8 rebounds, and her one of those 2 shots inside the paint she made might have been the prettiest play we've seen all year. That reverse over-the-shoulder scoop, layup, whatever you want to call it. Pass is knocked away by Luna on the inbounds. Good job by Bracey just getting in Luna's way so she couldn't pursue the ball. And the Redbirds will inbound it now in the backcourt. Comes into Crick, who hands it right back to Jenkins. 13:09 to go for the game, and the Birds have their largest lead, 17. It's Katie Broadway. Long three, in and out. Rebound, out of bounds to Illinois State. Boy, you hate to see them miss those threes. You know, they
10 for 15 from the arc for the Birds
see,
so
10
far.
of 16, that percentage just
Yeah, you're right.
in danger of going down. Nice pass from Bracy to Hanley. Hanley gets tied up, though. The possession arrow back to Indiana State. So a good defensive job by the Sycamores.
Hanley didn't have a chance at time. 3 players just collapsed on her on that baseline.
Yeah, the Birds, it's only 62.5% beyond the arc.
That's amazing. Well, they're almost at 60% from the floor. In general, 59.5%.
Moore with the basketball.
This must be every coach's nightmare, is to play the Birds when they're this hot.
And here's a deflected pass by Jenkins. She'll baseball pass it up the floor to Crick. Crick from the left wing pulls up and puts it down. Birds lead by 19, 63-44. Now Luna back the other way. Almost lost the ball. Got it to Boer. Her 3 is good. Indiana State 7 of 14 beyond the arc.
Well, between the two of them, we've got
high percentage.
17 for 30. We're over 50% from the arc.
63-47, Birds with the lead. It's Ashleen out to Alexis, and she's called for the travel on the stutter step. And the Redbirds turn it over with 12:03 to go, leading 63-47. Jenkins will come out, and Lewis is in for Bracy. So Spanish is now in. So here's your lineup. It's Clifton, Hanley, Crick, Spanish, and Nicole Lewis. Indiana State descended in.
Jim Weedy is really going to his bench. He's got a couple kids on the floor now that have seen very little time this season.
Krista Smith, a 5'10" freshman from Terre Haute, dribbling out top. Guarded by Maggie Crick, gives to Luna. Here's the mismatch as Luna was being worked on by Lewis. Shot is up. It's not good. The putback is good, and the foul.
Well, that was a bad mismatch for Amanda Clifton against Shannon Thomas. Amanda at towering 5'8" against Thomas at 6'4".
So Indiana State can draw to within 13 with a free throw when we return from our timeout. 11:45 to go in the game. Birds 63, Indiana State 49. Back in a moment on the WJBC. Shannon Thomas shooting one for Indiana State. Free throw is good. She completes the three-point play, and Illinois State's lead, which had been 19 a moment ago, is down to 13. They try to trap Clifton. She lost it to Hannah Spanish. They trap her. Now she gets it out to Maggie Crick. And Crick to Clifton, back to Crick. Crick drives into the paint. Dumps, passes deflected by Indiana State out of bounds. Clearly, Indiana State is ratcheting up its defense again.
Well, they played in that zone, trapping on the wings again, and the Birds, I thought Maggie did a good job getting the ball in the paint there.
Ashleen Bracy gets the basketball. Ashleen, by the way, has scored 10 or more points now in 8 consecutive games. Down to 6 on the shot clock. It's Lewis out to Bracy for 3. It is in and out, so Bracy finally misses a 3. That's her first miss in 5 attempts, and Indiana State back with the basketball, trying to get back into this game.
That's only the 4th rebound in this half by the Sycamores. The Birds with 9.
Down low, it's Thomas, and the shot is blocked by Nicole Lewis.
Those two players are 2 and 3 in the conference in blocks. Thomas 2 and Nicole 3.
Birds by 13 with the ball. Maggie Crick on the left wing goes to Hannah. 17 seconds on the shot clock. Lewis down low to Bracy, left in the lane, and a foul. Nice job by Ashleen to draw that foul. Called on Amanda Pedro. But yeah, Ashleen Bracy now with 8 consecutive double-digit scoring games. The first one that started that streak was against Indiana State last time around.
She's close to a double-double again as well, and Bracy is definitely, oh man, she's already got 6 double-doubles. This could be her 7th. Nicole Lewis with 7 doubles. She and Thomas are really pushing it in the paint.
Birds with the basketball. That foul was just the 5th on the team for Indiana State. Birds have just 3. It's Lewis, and her pass is a bad one. It's picked off by Kelsey Luna. Indiana State trailing by 13. Luna takes it to the left wing. 10-16 for the game. Luna guarded by Clifton. They set up the screen. Now breaking open as a result. The shot is put up by Pedro, and it's not good, and Clifton gets the rebound. Clifton pushes it up the floor, goes cross court. It's Spanish in the corner, back down low to Bracy, out to Lewis. Lewis goes right side. Now out top to Crick. Down low. Ball's knocked away by Shannon Thomas. Picked up by Indiana State. Taylor Whitley drives, scoop shot, no, and Lewis is going to draw the foul.
I think that was a frustration foul by Nicole. There's a lot of contact, especially in the paint right now.
2 shots coming up. Second foul for Lewis. Birds lead 63-50. Birds going through a little bit of a scoring dry spell here.
Again, against the zone.
Free throw is good, but that was after taking a 19-point lead against that zone.
Right.
Indiana State has played zone for this entire half. So free throws are both good.
Indiana State in a half-court trap in the zone now. It's like a diamond half-court trap here.
Birds get the ball past midcourt. Cross-court it goes to Maggie Crick.
This is when first easy pass is important, not always the long pass.
Bracy in the corner. 3 is good. Kathleen Bracy, three-pointer number 5. The Birds have 11 for the game, a season high. And the Birds' lead is back to 14, 66-52.
And Bracy with 19 points now.
Kelsey Luna out top. Luna on the right wing. Going against Jenkins. Now it's Whitley. Whitley with 9 seconds on the shot clock. To Pedro. Ball's knocked away. Picked up, though, by Shane for Indiana State with 4. She's in trouble. Throws up a prayer and air ball's out of bounds.
Nice defense that time by the Birds.
8:51 for the game, and Illinois State leads 66-52. So
there's some chemistry problems with that Sycamore team. As you watch, they get mad at one another when things don't work well.
8:42 for the game, and the Birds by 14. Maggie Crick double team, bounces it to Bracy for 3 again. This one is not good. Rebounded by Nicole Lewis on her knees, who calls a timeout.
Nicole got knocked down. The ball just landed in her lap. She is just laughing. I'll tell you what, that young lady has fun playing.
30-second timeout for the Redbirds. 8:33 to go in the game. 66-52.
Rebounder to try and slow us down and turn the ball over. So ball security is going to be most important the rest of the way.
Illinois State by 14 with 8.5 to go. Alexis Jenkins to send it in. Gets it into Maggie Crick. Spins away from her defender. Shot is up. Rolls and goes. Maggie Crick with a pretty play off the inbounds pass. Maggie with a very quiet and very solid 15-point performance as the Birds lead by 16. 17-point performance, pardon me. That's how quiet it has been. I haven't been able to keep track.
You haven't noticed Maggie that much. She's just taking what's there.
Shot for 3 is short. Rebound by Hannah Spanich for Illinois State. Up the floor, threads the needle on the pass. Somehow it's knocked away, trickles out of bounds to Illinois State.
That one kind of forced it on Spanish's part. Bracy had 2 people trying to pick her up deep.
But you know what? She almost pulled it off.
Yeah.
Ball comes in. Lewis shoots, is fouled, and we'll go to the free throw line.
Foul on Thomas. Those 2 are kind of duking it out in there. Thomas has 3, but I think they're duking it out for the block.
Timeout on the floor. 7:59 to go in this one. Birds by 16. Back in a moment on the WJBC Country Financial Redbird Radio Network.
After months of anticipation.
Nicole Lewis, Thomas got called for that foul. The frustration, like you said, Jill, starting to show. She looked right at Erica Harriman from about 2 feet and said, no way, and turned around and stomped off. And good officiating by Erica. She didn't even give her a look as she walked away. But the fight for the turf underneath that basket is getting tough.
Well, the Birds will go to the free throw line. Yeah, this is, you wouldn't know it by the lack of fouls, relative lack of fouls we've had called, but it's been a pretty physical game. By the way, the Redbirds will be in the bonus the rest of the way as well. Lewis at the line to shoot 2, and the first one is not good. So that's Nicole's first miss in 7 tries.
It's surprising she's over from the floor on 4 attempts.
Second free throw is good. So she has 7 points, all from the free throw line. 7 boards as well. And Illinois State's lead is 69-52. That's too shy of the largest Redbird lead of the game. Mariah Hodge gives to Luna. Motion offense again. Taylor Whitley will bring it back left. Scoop shot over Lewis. No. Rebound by Hodge, and it's taken away by Ashleen Bracey. Ashleen with the steal. Lofts it up to Maggie. Maggie catches, spins, shoots, glass, no. And the rebound gathered in by Mariah Hodge. Maggie didn't have a real good angle even after the spin move, Jill.
No, but it was a great effort by both of them to try and attack in transition, and really they didn't even have numbers.
Cooley for three is short, and the rebound, Maggie Crick for Illinois State. Birds by 17, Spanish to Lewis.
The Birds have out-rebounded the Sycamores 15-5 in the second half.
7 minutes even for the ball game. Birds by 17. Jenkins goes to Spanish, and a Spanish to Jenkins in the corner with 8 seconds on the shot clock. Lob down to Nicole. Nicole spins, shoots, and another foul will send Nicole back to the free throw line.
I'll tell you what, it's changing Nicole's game. She is attacking the basket rather than going away from the defense, and that's giving her so many more opportunities at the line.
And Nicole Lewis back for two. Free throw is good.
You know, surprisingly, Nicole has 8 for 9 at the line. Crick 1 for 1. Not one other Redbird has gone to the free throw line.
Second free throw is good. Birds by 19, matching their largest lead with 6:49 to go in this one. Nicole now 2 points, or 1 point and 3 rebounds, shy of her 8th double-double. Ashleen Bracey would need a couple of boards for her 7th.
Well, we've got 6 minutes left. I think they've got a chance.
Indiana State with the basketball. Board drives in, now kicked out to Hodge. Ball squirts loose. It's picked up by Shane for Indiana State, just shy midcourt. Now the three is short. Rebound Nicole Lewis for Illinois State. Here come the Redbirds again.
Good block out that time by Alexis Jenkins.
Jenkins to Bracey. Bracey fires it up. It is not good. Ball's knocked around, and a tie-up with the ball going to Illinois State. Nicole Lewis got her hands on the ball, mixing it up with Mariah Hodge.
That gives Lewis 9 boards and 9 points.
Redbirds looking for their 9th win in a row. Ashleen Bracey on the left wing, down low to Lewis. Defense collapses on her. There were 5 Sycamores on Nicole Lewis, and one of them fouled her. I believe it was Hodge.
Yeah, they are. They're just totally collapsing when the ball goes in the paint. Nicole's got to feel good that she's demanding that much attention.
Lewis at the free throw line. Good.
She's getting lots of practice at the line today.
That's her 10th point. Again, all from the free throw line. 10 of 11. Second free throw, make it 11 of 12. And Illinois State leads by 21. 6:07 to go in the game. And it's Taylor Whitley up the floor for the Sycamores. Now down under 6 for the game. Bounce pass goes to Hodge. Hodge moves to the hoop. Shot is not good. And Bracey in for a rebound. Her 9th. Nicely done for Ashleen.
She came from nowhere to find that rebound.
Pass goes to Hannah Spanish in the corner. She had to work to track it down, and Luna's trying to trap her. Pass up the baseline goes to Bracey. That was nicely done by Hannah Spanish.
To just get it out of there.
10 seconds to shoot for ISU. 5.5 for the ball game. Birds by 21. Jenkins finds the lane, drives, shot not good. She is fouled. She will go to the line for 2. And now the fouls as Indiana State gets more and more fatigued. It's really starting to add up.
Exactly. It's definitely becoming the difference in the ball game.
Alexis Jenkins will shoot 2. It's good. And Lexi with a nice little line. 4 points. She hasn't missed anything. And a couple of assists. Nicole Lewis gets a breather now, and Emily Hanley back in. The Birds have not needed much of Emily Hanley or Shayla Jackson in this game.
Surprisingly, because those two are typically pretty good contributors.
Free throw is good. The Birds lead by 23. 5:19 to go for the game. Ball is knocked away and picked up by Ashleen Bracey. Maggie Crick to the right wing. Crick looking down low, nothing there, out top to Alexis Jenkins. But I was just going to say, the Birds are playing one game this week. They've got 2 games every weekend now the rest of the way. Give and go. It's knocked away and picked up by Indiana State with the Birds with a 23-point lead. So, if you can have a game like this where you don't even have to use a couple of players as much as they might ordinarily be used, it might help you down the road at some point. Here's a shot and a foul.
Brewer followed that shot very well to get to her offensive board and put it up and get fouled, but he had a mismatch with Alexis Jenkins.
And Jenkins whistled for the foul. 5th for the Redbirds. Katie Broadway is going to enter the game. Going to come in for Ashleen Bracey. She gets a rousing hand. 19 points, 9 boards. 5 3-pointers.
Yeah, Ashleen Bracey short 1 board for a double-double, and Nicole Lewis short 1 point for a double-double.
Free throw is good, and Illinois State's lead is down to an even 20 with 4:44 to play. Alexis Jenkins is going to drive in, now dumps to Hanley. Hanley back out top to Crick. Crick to Spanish, lines up the 3. It's good! Hannah Spanish ties a career high with 15 points. That's the Birds' 12th 3-pointer, and Illinois State leads by 23. Deja Maddox shoots, misses. Rebound, Hanley for ISU. Hanley passes it out of traffic, gets it to Alexis Jenkins. Jenkins goes to Crick. Her 3 is a little long, and the rebound by Broadway. She'll fire it up. Her shot is good.
Wow. Jim Weedy just biting his lip over there. It's as if there's nothing they can do to stop Illinois State at this point.
Birds by 25. It was an 11-point game at the half. Under 4 to go. Maddox for 3. Not good. And the rebound. Hanley lost it out of bounds of the Indiana State ball. And this will take us to our final officials timeout. 3:49 to play in this one. Birds by 25. Back in a moment on the WJBC Country Financial Redbird Radio Network.
Remember those movies where dinosaurs were still alive and their little pea brains hadn't evolved, so they just ran around consuming everything they could?
3 turnovers.
Well, and the Redbirds obviously turning it on, and you got to figure that fatigue has something to do with that. I mean, I think the Redbirds are better conditioned.
Additionally, this has been Indiana State's problem, especially in conference play, having long droughts and staying in the game, and all of a sudden they're out of it.
Here's a foul on Alexis Jenkins. Well, and how many games has Indiana State had a lead late? I want to say at least 2, if I'm not mistaken, Missouri State and Wichita State, both on the road. I believe they led both of those late and lost and come from behind fashion. So, I mean, they have struggled late in games. Free throw is good for Boer.
Well, and Jim Weedy talked about it in the open that they have just had trouble finishing a game. And that's mental toughness, basically. And it's just a lesson to be learned.
And as Spanish comes out of the game, tying a career-high 15 points, Megan Grace into the game for the first time. Ball is squirted away, and it's picked up alertly by Emily Hanley. Goes to Shayla Jackson. Now on the left wing. Out top, it's Megan Grace.
Oh, Emily Hanley was wide open.
Broadway gets fouled. And Katie Broadway handled herself real well in a tough situation against Krista Smith's defense. And Broadway will go to the line for 2 shots. Free throw is good. Lead is back to 24.
The funny part is when Illinois State clears their bench, they still are so potent offensively.
Second free throw is good. To Broadway with 7 points. 25-point lead. Sarah Paul, a senior who does not play a lot, running the offense for Indiana State. Pass goes down low. Shot is up and good for Amanda Pedro, who's working against Alexis Jenkins.
Again, a mismatch in size. Bird switching on screens.
Ball knocked away. Diving effort. It goes out of bounds. Last touch, though, by Katie Broadway. Both players showing good effort to go after the ball. Under 3 minutes to go in this one. The next Redbird women's game will be Friday night against Wichita State. It's Think Pink Night here at Redbird Arena. $1 tickets as well as several concessions.
Wichita has been as big a surprise in the conference as has Missouri State and Bradley. They are sitting in 5th place, and they were picked, I think, in 9th.
Redbirds with the basketball up by 23. It's Katie Broadway. Draws the double team and a lane violation on Megan Grace. $82.59. Megan reminds you a little bit, not necessarily, from a build standpoint, but just reminds you a little bit of Nicole as a freshman. Just as you could just tell, she's going to be good when she gets it figured out.
Right. And she's definitely in a learning curve.
Here's the layup. Alexis Jenkins with the layup. Perfect pass out front by Hanley to make that happen. Birds again by 25 with under 2 to play. Shot by Reve is not good, and Emily Hanley gathers in the rebound for the Redbirds. So the Redbird shock troops holding their own.
Time out for substitution here just to get Jay Stewart in the game. I think she's coming in for Katie Broadway. I lied about that, however. She's going in for Emily Hanley. Oh, that's interesting.
You were mistaken. I wouldn't say you lied about it.
Yes, I've made an error in judgment.
Well, again, that has a different connotation to it. Birds up Hanley by 25 with 95 seconds to the game. Down low, it's Gray. Shot is up and good. Jay Stewart with the assist. So the freshman working to the freshman, and the Birds lead by 27, 86-59. And here's a steal by Alexis Jenkins. Jenkins just going to outrun everybody. Jenkins flies by the defense, and the layup is good. 88-59. Birds with the lead and 70 seconds to go.
It was as if nobody from Indiana State really tried to stop that as well.
Oh, but Jenkins went from two full strides behind to 2 full strides ahead. Katie Broadway's going to do the same thing. Broadway goes in for the layup. It's good. The Birds hit the 90 mark.
Yeah, Robin probably wants to call off the horses. You don't really want to bury teams if you don't have to, especially in the Valley.
True, but on the other hand, you got 3 freshmen out there.
Too easy, yeah.
Well, but you got 3 freshmen out there,
too. And they want to earn time.
38 seconds for the game. Down to 10 on the shot clock. We're going to have a whistle and a foul against Illinois State. Dave Stewart whistled for that one. The Birds lead 90-59. And the Birds will win their 9th in a row and go 10-1 in the Missouri Valley Conference.
You think this is over?
Free throw is good for Pedro. Illinois State will take a 2-game lead on Missouri State, Bradley, and Creighton. Heading into those teams all playing tomorrow. Second free throw is good, so the lead is down to 29. And with a 5-second difference between the game clock and the shot clock, the Birds can burn some time here.
Yeah, they're going to just pull it out and not even look for a shot here. Well, maybe there's 5 seconds left.
This is the highest point total of the season for the Birds as well. The previous high was 88 against Southern Illinois. Down to 6 seconds on the shot clock. Now Jenkins goes in motion. Jenkins with 4. Jenkins gives to Stewart. Her 3 is not good. And the rebound, Indiana State. Taken away by Shayla Jackson. Taken away by Grace. And she'll hang on to it. And the Birds dominate this one. A 29-point victory.